Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Hendrix, aka Boys, and I hope you're having a fantastic great day. And we're finally back with a brand new review on the latest chapter of My Hero Academia, chapter 239, also known as Succession. And we have finally reached the climax of the villains versus the Re-Destro family arc. Fantastic, this chapter and this whole arc itself was amazing. But anyway, we're here to review this chapter itself. Now, excuse me if I'm talking very low. I'm doing these reviews very late at night due to when the chapter came out. I'm not too sure when it actually came out, but for me right now it's 12:53 AM, so I'm not going to be projecting my voice too tough. And just as I said, one of my theories came true, which I talked about in one of my previous reviews. You guys can go check that out. I'll try to find which episode or chapter it was itself. And I say that Shigaraki will end up taking over the Re-Destro family, and he will have a lot more wealth, and you have this huge team, and this is like the regrowth of the villains itself. And guess what happened this chapter? Of course you already know it, but let's review this amazing chapter from start to end. So it's weird how we start things off with Spinner, because all throughout this arc so far, he seemed to be more of a spectator and a narrator. It's like he's telling you the story of what's going on, even where you see at this point you think he's gonna have this like epic battle, which I thought with the politician guy, but instead it ended up being him going to view Shigaraki's final climax of battle. And then we end up in the next page where we see Giran getting away with Twice. And at this point I thought Shigaraki was Giran. I don't know why. He looks very different. It looks like his hair is short for a moment, just the way it is in the panel and how it's squeezed in. But you can see the damage his forehead has taken. It looks burnt as hell. And you see Apocrypha just there on the side too. And just as you see Destro quote these little things about how he's going to truly be free when he's looking at Shigaraki, you can already tell the outcome already. I knew as soon as I see words like this that Destro is gonna believe in Shigaraki and his will in the end. And right now I just want you guys to just sit back and think about Shigaraki right here and just how powerful he actually is. Because think about this, he's fighting Re-Destro, a guy who should be somewhat very more knowledgeable than Shigaraki. He seems like he's been around more than Shigaraki, and he's completely being outclassed right here. And you see him to the point where Shigaraki's decay is spreading so fast and he's just trying to get out of range from the decay. And you literally get into that panel where you see Shigaraki say, "I'll break you," and everything just destroys through his decay, and you just see his reaction, how he's smiling, laughing all crazy. Shigaraki, man, you are the man. Perfect villain. Horikoshi has done a fantastic job. When we first saw Shigaraki, we would never expect him to be this savage. And if you guys look very closely at page 8, I love the artwork that's going on here. Horikoshi has done some Where's Wally shit. If you can look clearly in the middle, you see Shigaraki just there laughing his face off as everything destroys. And then Destro's just staring at him with fear, with compassion, the whole lot. And once again, if you look clearly, you can already see the foreshadow of what's happening to Destro's feet as he rips out of the robot on page 8 once again, and you can see his feet like in demise. And then on to the next page where you see the landscape fully destroyed. Now just think about how powerful Shigaraki is if he's able to make this much impact in the whole area. And just think about this outside of the box. Horikoshi has done a fantastic job to show you how Shigaraki has developed. I know I've said this week after week, but think about this. He's fighting someone at such a high level. Re-Destro, this guy can probably go and F up the heroes right now. It's that much of a stake. And with the impact that he's created just here, just shows you how powerful Shigaraki has become. But anyway, if you look closely as well on page 9, you can actually see Destro going to chunk his foot off or take them off with the like metal panel that came off his robot. And we know the decay is actually spreaded towards his feet, and Shigaraki was actually surprised that he did that. And at this point Shigaraki says something so gangster that if I was in his position I would say the exact same thing. He goes, "Remind me, what started this whole battle?" "Oh yeah, it was because you picked a fight with us." Come on, bro, that is the realest thing I've heard so far in My Hero Academia. And you know that Destro started this fight. You remember when he just told him to come to, I'm pretty sure it's called Aichi, the island, and he said, you know, you've got two choices. You either come here and get messed up, or I'm gonna call the heroes to come find you exactly where you are, because we got your pinpoint, boy. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed this on page 11, but there's actually a lot more from this one page. You just see the politician guy telling the rest of the Re-Destro family to go save the supreme leader, and Shigaraki just looks at them with this sinister stare. And if you guys see, there's actually fear on their faces. And guys, don't forget what the politician's quirk is. It's to, you know, charm them and make them feel very powerful and eager. And at this moment, Shigaraki's presence and aura is just scaring them off, and that's all it took. And you even see the politician guy quote, "My incitement is being overwritten." Impossible. Yo, Shigaraki, you are the man right now. And just as this happens, you see Destro call the ceasefire. And I love the way he's very compassionate towards his men and his team. He's saying, you know, these guys are made to die for us, but I don't want to have any meaningless casualties. Then we end up seeing this monologue from Destro's point of view, and he just talks about the free use of superpowers and the liberation over suppression, and he just talks about how Destro is the, you know, the role model and the leader and whatnot. And just as I saw this, I exactly knew that Shigaraki was gonna take over. But then once I see Gigantomachia's face, you already knew the climax already. Gigantomachia was looking straight at Shigaraki, and he saw a very young All For One within him. And just as I said, Gigantomachia at this point sees All For One within Shigaraki. You see him staring at him in awe and tears, saying successor. So he's accepted Shigaraki for who he is, and now, you know, he's willing to follow Shigaraki, and it's just amazing. Like, he didn't even have to fight him at this point. Gigantomachia can tell that he's really proven himself. He's got the stripes right in this position. And just that to the side, the artwork here is amazing. On page 14, the final page, you're going to see this somewhere in the thumbnail and throughout the video. So amazing. You just see the landscape behind, the remnants of like the shadows of the soldiers in the back. There's that one truck that Spinner held onto, and then you just see Destro bowing to Shigaraki, saying the Superpower Liberation Army is yours to command. And you just got that epic figure of Shigaraki looking like his hair is in Super Saiyan mode, clothes torn off, and just the smoke just piling everywhere. It's such an amazing artwork. It's such an amazing scene. And the best bit is how the chapter ends when Shigaraki turns towards the president saying, "You've got money, right, Mr. President?" Now, if you guys don't remember, before this arc, we were seeing how broke the villains have become, and they're trying to make some money. They were trying to rob the little cult, I think, and just to be rich at this end point, just as I said actually in my previous review. Anyways, I guess sushi is on Destro, and I'm just happy that this came true. I knew that this would actually happen, because think about it. Now Shigaraki's got the money, he's got the power, he's got a lot more teammates, he's got the equipment from the Detnerat family, he's got the politician, he's got these fake heroes, he's got this whole village to himself to undergo his, you know, villain stuff. And now it just opens up more of a huge fight towards the heroes, because they're literally outnumbered at this point. They're not doing too well, and especially with how we've got the Nomus, things are just gonna have to go crazy. Our boy Deku's gonna have to push his way even more, even though he has already. No wonder he's got 7 quirks. He really needs those at this point. So just to finish things off, I want to talk about some things that we may actually end up seeing after this arc. And one is that I want to talk about Haruma Oji, who's known as the Peerless Thief. He's actually one of the 3 legendary villains alongside All For One, Destro, and then we had the Peerless Thief. So we might see something of him coming soon, or some type of remnant of him coming to the story soon. We also need to bear in mind the situation with Hawks and Dabi, where Hawks was sent to kidnap Best Genius, which he has already done, and that is like, I'm pretty sure Best Genius is the number 3 hero, so that is also something to keep in mind. And one more thing I want to bring up is more towards the government and the cult, who actually do not like the power of quirks, and I believe that there's these non-quirk people out there that are trained to, you know, gouge and attack these quirked people, and we might see something with them, and we might see a type of fighting style like Haki, I'm gonna say, that fights against them, or maybe some type of scientific weapon at the same time. But yeah, what a fantastic chapter, what a fantastic arc. This is the building of the villains. Oh my god, Horikoshi has done a fantastic job. I've loved reviewing this, if you guys can tell the way I'm speaking right now. Such a great chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope I didn't waffle too much, but come on guys, this is a late night review and I'm happy to bring this to you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate all the support we can get. We've been growing really slow and I haven't made many theories. I'm sorry about that guys. I will be back on full stop. And be sure to check out my My Hero Academia, not My Hero Academia, my One Piece and my Black Clover reviews too. I also do Samurai 8, so those will be coming out sometime soon after this video. Anyways, have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.